Now, the IFP in KZN has dismissed allegations that it's involved in political killings. It slammed Community Safety MEC Sipho Hlomuka for apparently suggesting that the party is involved in the murder of councillors in KwaNongoma. Now, the KZN government convened a multi-party political intervention committee yesterday to address political killings in the province. According to the Police Minister, at least 52 murders of this nature were registered in that province since 2018. Some of the hotspots include eThekwini and Nongoma. For more on the IFP's reaction, let's bring in the KZN Chairperson, Thami Ntuli, who joins us now via our video link. Great to have you on the program, sir. Thanks very much indeed for making time. So in your statement, you've denied all these allegations suggesting you may have been involved in these political killings, but I'm sure as a party, you have a view of who might be behind this.
Well, good morning, Mr. Manyati and your viewers, and thank you for having me. Well, as the IFP in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we are on record having discouraged what is happening, especially with a clear understanding that this has history. Started long time ago, and there are places which are now hotspots, despite the fact that some commission was established and tabled the recommendations which we saw that they were not taking with urgency in terms of the implementation. And the comment by the MEC, in fact, is unfortunate because in KwaNongoma, while we were governing, we lost Councillor Zulu from the IFP. And the statement which says at the time when the IFP was governing, no councillor was killed. And now, since the IFP is no longer governing, councillors are killed. It's a very unfortunate statement said by someone who in the province is supposed to be a leader of the police and assist the community in actually ensuring that the police are well resourced so that they are able to investigate and arrest and even go further to dig on the people who are the planners, people who send the assassins. That is what we are quite very, in fact, perturbed by the statement. You remember that apart from the fact that he is the MEC, but is a leader of the ANC.
Yeah.
And it is on record that in Durban, there is an ANC councillor who was arrested, who has just been expelled by the municipality for allegations that he killed ANC because of the positions. And in Ward 99, a similar situation. So we cannot, in fact, allow the MEC, instead of being responsible in his comments, to be so irresponsible because he's not bringing leadership to the society.
Yeah, if I can come in there.
Any solution.
I hear you. And that's the thing, right? And I suppose this has also been the concern for many people in KZN, that the issue around political killings will be used for political expediency in the lead up to next year's elections. I mean, how worried are you as the IFP that something like that will be taking place? I mean, here we are expecting politicians to solve issues around political killings. I mean, who are we kidding?
That is what we are actually saying as the IFP, that even ourselves, we have not taken a stance as the IFP when our councillors were killed. Like recently, Councillor Kilam was killed. We never took a stance to, in fact, insinuate or to suggest that a particular political party or particular somebody, but we said the police must assist us to investigate and bring into books those who are doing what they are doing. And it's important that our role as leaders of the society, we try to find some collaboration amongst the community and the people who are there, those relevant stakeholders, so that we all work together to stop this to even provide information to the police for those who have the information, because the fundamental problem in the province of KwaZulu-Natal are the illegal firearms, which are all over, of which we had even the national minister and the provincial commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal police in KwaZulu-Natal, in fact, admitting that. And the question is, when is the process of doing away with this problem will start, in fact, because it's important that police really work with the communities so that they get information regarding people who are in possession of illegal firearms, so that those firearms they are taken out of the community. I think that would be one of the solutions. And also to consider the recommendation of Morane Commission as seriously, because the other fundamental thing which was directed to the security agencies was that they need not to work in silos, because you'll find that police will arrest, and when people is in court, you'll find that the evidence provided before the court will allow a person, in fact, to go free, even if there is information that a person is linked to the kind of crime.
Yeah, but Mr. Ntuli, can we confidently say, apologies for interrupting you there again, I'm just looking at the clock, are we able to say that even after this issue has been a problem for so many years in KZN, we still don't know who is behind that? Are you able to say that without fear of contradiction to the people specifically of KZN? Nobody knows who's potentially driving this? It's
in fact not easy. It's not easy to know until the arrests that were made by the police are able to go to an extent of knowing even the people who sent the assassins. But according to the Morane Commission, there were findings that the political killings, they are intra-political parties, others are inter-political parties, meaning that is a problem that takes place because of how councillors were elected and others seeing an opportunity that if this councillor may be killed, then I will stand a chance because I'm the next in the list, or I will maneuver so that I will be made a candidate for the by-elections. It is something which is a struggle for power, which is associated with the power to decide on tenders, or the power to influence decisions that might benefit individuals. That are the findings of Morane Commission, of which we also believe that the findings are indeed correct findings.
What does the IFP reckon then is the right way around that? I mean, you've already spoken about the proliferation of illegal guns in communities, and that's not a KZN issue, that's a South Africa issue. But we are seeing that in KZN specifically, it manifests in political killings. So what is it specifically about that province, you reckon, that pushes people to that point?
Well, one will not say the recklessness in some of the political parties' processes may be a reason, because we are also not making just predictions, but deriving our that the issue of how processes were handled in terms of the nominations to political party structures and also to become councillors are an issue in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, more especially in certain political parties where the killings, they seem to be more prevalent. And you are of the view that not only politicians are unsafe in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and that was confirmed by even the Commissioner of Police in the province, that the people, in ordinary people in KwaZulu-Natal, they are killed on daily basis, they are shot, there are even mass shootings now in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. It seems as if there is this high level of crime which is directed to shooting and killing the people. And there is that one who is politically motivated, which targets the politicians and the officials, of which is a serious problem in our view as the IFP, which we believe that some kind of agency, in fact, in attending to it and the seriousness, because you'll find that we are not permanent in addressing the problem. And we only talk about the problem when it's convenient to talk about, and we say whatever a statement that will make us popular at the expense of the reality, where people are dying, where families are losing their parents, mothers and fathers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ourselves, we are seen doing what the MEC for police is doing here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
You'd hope at the very least that, this isn't used as yet another moment for political point scoring in the lead up to next year's elections. But let's be fair, Mr. Ntuli, it also feels like the conversations are cyclical. We go around in circles and we aren't really able to get to the bottom of why this is such a long-standing issue in KZN. But thanks for your reaction. Really do appreciate it. Thami Ntuli is the chairperson of the IFP in KwaZulu-Natal.